Hello, a very good evening ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome you all back to my channel TR Dental DK. As you all know, the main aim of this channel is to guide all the medical professionals and the skilled professionals who would like to consider other countries as an option to work in, get education from, or just to settle down, etc. So before we move on with the video, guys, I would like to request that if you're new to the channel, or if you like my content, kindly do subscribe so that weekly content is available to you in relation to Europe. So today we're going to talk about France, of course, a country that needs absolutely no introduction. We all know about it, and it is one of the most popular destinations in Europe, known for the Eiffel Tower, etc. So we all know about it, so I'm not going to get much into the details. But yes, one thing, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this the content, I would like to say this video is going to be a little bit shorter due to the lack of time. But of course, I would assure you that there is no compromise on the quality and the content of the video. All the necessary information that you need is available. However, my sentences are going to be a bit shorter, so kindly bear with me on that. But I assure you that all the content and the information you need, it's all there. There's no compromise on that. So let's get started. So first, of course, France, we're going to talk about what are the contents of this video, what are we going to discuss, which are right here. You can see in the video. These are the contents that we're going to talk about to give you more clarity on why to choose France and how to go about it. So this is going to be the start. So let's go. So let's talk about the first thing. Why should we choose France? Other than it being extremely popular, it also has a lot of advantages. It has a lot of benefits to offer. Firstly, of course, it gives a 5-year PSW. And very easily you can get the post-study work visa there right after masters, and of course that would lead you into getting PR, etc. So that's one of the advantages. The second is it has numerous English programs, because France is also encouraging internationals, especially the non-EU internationals, to come to France. So because of that, they have a lot of English programs, and they're increasing their English programs day by day as well. Other than that, it's very easy to get part-time jobs there, because these days, anywhere in Europe, you would see that there is actually a shortage of employees. So because of that, it's very easy to get work even after masters, or part-time work while you're doing masters as well. So these are some of the advantages. Now let's talk about the sessions. Now there are 2 sessions usually that France offers, the universities in France offer. First is the September-October session, and the second is usually in January and February. That depends upon your course, that depends upon masters or bachelors, which program are you choosing. So, and 2 to 3 months before this, you need to submit your application. So just be very careful about that. Now let's talk about, of course, the programs. We have bachelor's program and we have master's program. Now the bachelor's program, I would like to say, is 3 years, and the master's, of course, 2 years. Now on their website, one thing to note is that when we talk about bachelor's, usually in many countries we say bachelor's first year, second year, third year, or master's first year, second year. But in France, if you see the website, in some of the websites, I've noticed that they say like license 1, license 2, license 3, and that can be a bit confusing for us because we are not used to using the word license. But that's just in some websites that they use. But when they say license 1, 2, 3, that just means first year, second year, third year. So please don't get confused. Other than that, what else do I have to say about that? Yes, let's talk about, of course, the what documents do we need? More or less, of course, it's the same documents for bachelor's and masters that we have talked about in the previous videos when we apply for masters in other countries. Of course, IELTS is very important, because that can give you the chance of having scholarship, and usually for the English programs you need IELTS to prove that you can speak English, you can write in English, so that would increase your chances of getting admission. And of course it's mandatory, and the score is 6 above. So when we talk about the fees, basically there are 2 universities, types of universities in France, or in general in Europe: the private universities and the public universities. Now the public universities, the fees are pretty low. It's approximately 2,000 to 4,000 euros per year or per semester. But when you talk about the private university, it can be anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 till 20,000. So when you're getting admission, try your best to go in a public university, because it's going to save you a lot of money. Alright, so now let's come to how to apply for admission in France. So what we do is basically there are 2 main websites which I mentioned right here. One is the Campus France and one is the Études in France. I'm sorry if my pronunciation is wrong. So what you have to do is basically through these 2 websites, they're very easy websites, they can easily be translated in English. You can go to these websites. The main aim right now is to select which course and which universities you would like to shortlist. Once the shortlisting is done by you, then you go to the second website, which is mentioned right here, and you have to make an account. And through there, you have to apply. So they would ask for your documentation, etc., the CV, all of the prerequisites. And right after that, they would give you a letter that your documents are, they would give you an email, I'm sorry, that your documents are submitted, and you have to wait for the admission. Now, right after that, of course, you while waiting, you would get a reply pretty quick once they select you or they approve your documentation. And then that is how you get the admission. But also, they might ask for an interview as well. In many countries, they do ask for an interview. It's going to be a very normal interview, very simple in English. Why do you want to do this program? What is the purpose? What is the vision, etc. And right after that, you get the admission. So, and then of course, with the admission letter, you can apply for a visa. So it's very simple. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not that complicated. When you take one step at a time, it will be very easy for you. So please don't get overwhelmed, and you should apply as soon as possible you can. Alright guys, so with that I conclude my video. I really hope this video was helpful, and France is an amazing country. I would really recommend everybody to try for admission there. And of course, if you need any help, you're more than welcome to message me, preferably on my Instagram or on my Gmail account, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And other than that, I wish you a lovely week, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you.